is finally here.
What?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Ah!
Like, come on.
Wait, so is this kind of like the movie Spider-Man where they all went into the Spider-Verse, all the different... I mean, I'm watching this cartoon and that's the feeling I was getting. That it was kind of mirroring the movie.
This one, they went into the Spider-Verse. The other one was not the Spider-Verse.
Right, the first one you're talking about.
You're talking about the live action versus this animation. That's two different, that's apples and oranges. It's two different movies.
Right. Yeah. I know what the movies are. I'm saying, so Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's kind of similar to what they did in the movie where they all came from different...
I'm sorry.
Yes. No, see, that's what I'm like, I know what I watched.
You were asking me about something else earlier. That's why I got confused.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yes, then yes.
So it's kind of similar to the last movie we've seen when all those Spider-Mans came from the different dimensions. Yeah, that's what I'm watching this and I'm like...
That's why this one came about.
Okay, so you having... That's what I'm like, what are you talking about? Did we watch something
It came about because they done muck something up.
Okay.
So this is PG. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay.
And Shameik Moore is back as Miles Morales. Haley Steinfeld is back as Gwen Stacy. Oscar Isaac as Miguel O'Hara. Jake Johnson as Peter B. Parker. Issa Rae, loved her character as Spider-Woman, aka Jessica Drew. She's actually pregnant. She's a pregnant Spider-Woman.
Oh, that was her right there.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't, and I thought, honestly, I thought Peter Parker, I thought that was Tobey Maguire. It sounded like him to me. Wow, because I didn't look at the voiceovers besides Shameik.
That's not his voice, no.
Okay.
Brian Tyree Henry as Jefferson Davis.
I liked him.
Karan Soni as Spider-Man India, aka Praveer Pravakar. You remember him from The Cab Driver and Deadpool?
Oh, that guy was funny. Yeah. Is that him?
That's his voice.
Oh my gosh, he was hilarious.
So he's gay, and so a lot of people are like excited because it's Pride Month, and then
this came out.
He's a Spider-Man. Yeah, so they're happy about that.
He's hilarious.
That's good to have that representation.
Okay.
Daniel Kaluuya plays Spider-Punk, aka
that was Daniel
Brown.
Kaluuya. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yes, I did. His voice was real nice and smooth.
He gets to use his actual accent,
and he knew it was smooth. Did you know he was talking? He knew he was sounding smooth. I was like, listen to Daniel.
He is smooth.
He is. He's so excellent, ain't he?
And Luna Lauren Velez.
I knew heard her voice. I said,
Morales.
That's her from New York Undercover.
Yes.
She's been working a lot lately because she's on Power too, so she seems like she sparked her career back up.
Yep. And she's going to be in Transformers Rise of the Beast.
See, she got a big boost.
Comes out this Friday. And
that's
I'm going to see it on Thursday.
It doesn't typically happen where somebody is on the scene, boom, and then they start getting older. You don't see them anymore from some show they were on, and then boom, she's back again. So that's like bomb. Yeah. She's doing it.
I
like her though. Ain't she fierce on Power?
She's fierce in this too.
She sure is.
She don't play.
She good. That girl good.
Okay. So this summary is straight from Sony. Okay. So I don't want to hear nothing.
And I watched. You can just tell them it's from Sony. That's cool. But I watched the first one because I had never seen the first one, so I watched that first, and then I watched this one. I'm glad.
I love the first one so much. As soon as it came on Blu-ray, I bought it. Yeah.
It was good. I was like, oh, this is good. I wish I had watched it before.
I will be buying this one too.
It was good. Okay.
So Miles Morales returns for the next chapter of the Oscar-winning Spider-Verse saga, an epic adventure that will transport Brooklyn's full-time friendly neighborhood Spider-Man across the multiverse to join forces with Gwen Stacy and a new team of Spider people to face off with a villain more powerful than anything they've ever encountered.
So it's time to tag team. You look at the movies. Yep. It's time to tag team.
This was dope.
It was really good. I was happy that I watched the first one. So I'm like, you never told me because we never did the first one.
I did.
Nah.
We never reviewed it, I don't think. But I know I had to have told you that it was great. I mean,
nope.
Come on, I'm sure I did.
Nope. It's okay though because I liked watching them back to back. You know what I mean? I pulled that up online and then I liked it. I was like, dang, this is pretty cool. And I like the fact that Miles is, he's an African American young boy because we need our black boy joy. We need him to also look on TV and see something positive, like the little girls did with the Little Mermaid.
Yep.
So I do like that, and it was very, very good. I mean, everybody is here.
African American. He's also Puerto Rican?
part. Yeah. I don't know if she's Puerto Rican or Latin. I don't know what you consider it, but yeah, because that's his mom is Luna.
Yeah.
Luna in here. So he's also part. I don't know if he's Hispanic or what, but
both represented.
Yeah.
Represents both. Yeah.
I like that.
So, yes, there's extra scenes, of course. I mean, come on. There's always going to be extra scenes. We got a lot. I got a lot of notes for this one. This is special.
So tell us some fun stuff.
I'm gonna tell you some fun stuff.
Okay.
Phil Lord and Christopher Miller revealed that they told Sony the sequel would be the same size as the Spider-Verse, but it ended up having the largest crew of any animated movie ever, with around 1,000 people working on it. They added that it has 240 characters,
Wow.
and it takes place in 6 universes.
They
It's a
did
lot.
it well too.
At a
They did it
runtime
well.
of 2 hours and 20 minutes. This is the longest American animated film to date, surpassing the previous record holder, Consuming Spirits in 2012, by 4 minutes. This was
Wow.
long. But
I didn't notice
it. Didn't
it.
feel long because
No,
there
it was
so much
good.
going on.
It
Yeah.
was good.
This was originally scheduled to be released on April 8th, 2022, but was delayed to October 7th due to COVID-19 pandemic. It was later changed to June 2nd, 2023.
Listen, wasn't not too far off.
Yeah.
Okay.
As voiced by Issa Rae, Drew was updated to be African American in the movie, but her pregnancy, like her trademark motorcycle, has comic book roots, drawing from a Spider-Woman storyline by Dennis Hopeless and Javier Rodriguez in 2015. While it's not revealed in the film, Drew has to be at least 7 or 8 months into her pregnancy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I was like, huh? It was kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
To see a pregnant, but then when you find out why everybody is where they are, or how they got to where they are, then it makes a little more sense.
And you know some people are complaining about that. She's riding around pregnant, putting the baby in harm's way.
Oh gosh,
She's Spider-Woman.
It's
She's Spider-Woman.
No. Do you know how crazy they can make me sometimes? This is a silly stuff. Y'all don't leave these kids alone.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Jules.
Regarding Issa Rae, with no big screen precedent to rely on, Rae sought inspiration outside the superhero realm. She said, "I was thinking about Fargo," referring to Frances McDormand's Oscar-winning role as Marge Gunderson, the very pregnant Minnesota police chief investigating a triple homicide in the Coen brothers' 1996 favorite. She doesn't count as a superhero, but she was a crime fighter.
Yeah.
And I remember just being deathly afraid that something was going to happen to her and not having the same worry in this movie. She's a superhuman, so I felt less concerned for her well-being, but I was also just like, this is kind of crazy that she's just out there kicking ass while pregnant.
Hey, she can carry a baby and keep on with business.
Yep. Power says he was intrigued by the idea of a pregnant Spider-Woman since she was introduced in 2015. Just the idea of Spider-Woman going through motherhood was cool, he says. And while Spider-Man is so much about secrecy and hiding your true identity, there was something really exciting about the idea of Spider-Woman who doesn't have a secret identity, who she is. She doesn't even wear a mask. She just has on glasses. Everyone knows she's Spider-Woman, and it doesn't matter. This idea was that she could be a boss Spider-Woman who can serve as kind of a mentor to Gwen, who was confident in the first film, but here she's being cast into something new.
It didn't bother me. It just kind of threw me off for a second. But you know, they're people that got bit by a spider. They can still have babies,
right?
But in hearing this explanation for it makes more sense. I like that.
Yeah, that's why I got this from an article. I got these from an article.
Okay.
And regarding Daniel Kaluuya, he said, "It's cool, man," Kaluuya said in our interview, which you can check out above. "It's so cool, man. It's the coolest thing in the world, man."
Okay.
Like, I'm like
Man.
living my dreams, bro. Like, what can I say?
What's it like?
You know what I mean?
Oh gosh, if you said like one more time, I was gonna be like, oh God, like stop.
Yeah.
But his character was all smooth and cool, just like his voice. Now, I think he played that role up. He played it up.
Who
Okay.
is Spider-Punk? Created by Dan Slott and Oliver Coipel in 2015's The Amazing Spider-Man number 10. Spider-Punk, let me slow down, might be one of the most visually unique takes on Spider-Man's design. Originally a homeless teenager named Hobart Brown, Spider-Punk gains his powers thanks to toxic waste dumped by President Norman Osborn and uses his abilities to motivate the community to fight Osborn's militia.
That's the way you do it.
He then factored into Spider-Geddon's storyline and has remained a fan favorite thanks to appearances in his own solo comic, animation, and in the recent Marvel's Spider-Man video game.
Oh, so they have video games out too. What is it, a PS5?
Yes, I'm sure. PS5, Xbox, all that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's all the notes I have.
This movie, I really, really enjoyed it. I'm so glad I watched the other one. I'm guessing there's probably going to be another one. Well,
this was fun.
It is.
There were so many different spider things that you have to watch it more than once to see. I saw this in the Dolby Theater at AMC.
Oh, it was boom.
It was booming.
Boom.
See, it was
got the seat
except
rumbling.
for the fact that, AMC, and I was going to say something, but my movie-going partner was ready to go. He's like, don't say nothing. But my particular seat was turned off or broken or something, so I couldn't even recline.
On a move.
I had all that money.
Oh, you went on the opening night though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Sure did.
And you couldn't lean back.
Couldn't even lean back.
Lean back
and enjoy it.
Lean back. You couldn't.
Yeah.
See, you should have went to Harkins.
So AMC, shame on you. Shame on your head.
She's a member.
And I even paid $10 for your bucket of popcorn, which is subpar to Harkins. I'm sorry. I hope that it wasn't horrifically bad. It was all right. We ate some. But do better, AMC. I hope that you end up sponsoring us or something, and don't let this put you against us.
No, just messing with you.
But do better.
But this was great. Don't wait to see it. Take your whole family.
Go
Even if you pay full price, it's totally good. Now. It goes by fast.
Yeah.
And
I paid full price. Well, okay, I got a 20% discount because I did go before.
Because you're one of the members.
I went at 4 or something. Yeah. But
you know what?
If you pay full price, you won't feel bad.
Yeah, and on Tuesdays, Majestic, the movies are $5. So if you haven't seen it yet and you want to go Tuesday.
Even a brand new one?
Mm-hmm. Any movie is $5 because they stopped it for a while, remember? Yeah. Then I went and they bought it back again. So everything is $5. It doesn't matter what movie it is on Tuesdays. And then another great thing about Tuesdays is they have Cinematary. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, but they have they screen an old horror.
Okay.
So they do that. You get people there who chit-chatting about the movie and stuff. So it's really fun. They do some good stuff there. But yeah, so if you're on a budget and you need to go, wait on a Tuesday and go to Majestic. If you're out here on the West Coast, I don't know. There are very few other places I know they're growing.
Right.
There used to be the Alamo, and I believe they bought them out. But yeah, anyways, this movie is great. So how many clappers are you giving it, Jules?
How many clappers are you giving it?
I think I'm going to go with the 4. I think I'm still excited from watching the first one too.
That's what I'm saying.
Back to back.
I was going to say I want to give it a strong 4, but then I was like, should I give it 4.5? I'm going to go with strong 4.
Yeah,
I know that I feel confident in a strong 4.
Mm-hmm. And they did good with the voice actors as well. And you can't just be a voice actor. You can sit here and watch stuff on the TV. Trust me, I've done it before. And I said, I can do that. That's all they're doing is talking. Nope. They are acting, and you have to hear it in your voice because there is no physical. Right. You can't see me on the screen moving my arms and doing stuff. Right. You have to be strong in your acting.
You know what's funny?
They are good.
The first movie, Haley Steinfeld said that she was alone doing it, and it was hard. It was fun, but it was hard.
You don't have any feedback.
She said she found out that there was a group of them filming together. She's like, what? So this time, she got to film with them. And then Issa Rae said she didn't know that there was a group of them at that time.
What is going on?
Together. So she filmed her part.
Why did nobody tell them?
Voiced her parts by herself.
I don't get why nobody told them that because
I don't either.
When you can feed off somebody, it helps a lot. It helps you remember your lines too.
Yeah, she said finally they said she could do her parts with Shamik. So she did some with him and some with I think another. Gwen or something.
I'm not understanding the reasoning behind that because that's insane.
Yeah, they should have put out a thing. You would think communication, like put out a thing saying, "Hey."
Usually, everybody usually gets an email.
Yeah,
and
if you want to do the voiceovers
here's the call times.
Here's the call times. If you want to do it alone, you can do it alone. But
well,
maybe next time.
At least let me say everybody did a good job. But let me tell you what happens, especially so they did the voices for this, so it's not a voiceover. But just let me show you how it affects. So if you ever watch a foreign movie and it's been dubbed over and it sounds horrible, you can hear where it looks like those actors just sat down at a microphone and recorded the lines.
Yeah.
You can tell that I could tell which ones they did rehearse together as a group because it flows and it's so disconnected and disjointed when you can tell that all they did was, all right, Jules, your parts today, you're going to go read that. Well, how are you feeding off the other actors? And you can tell when it's so horrible. We've got so much better technology and all that now. There's no reason for any dub overs to be terrible.
Right.
Because all you got to do is cheer everybody in so they can feed off each other.
Yeah.
But you can always tell. I can hear it. I can be not even watching the TV, and I can hear. I'm like, that sounds horrible. That doesn't even sound like they did sound there. You know, I don't hear any wild cards or anything, and I can tell that I have to turn it off. Especially if I'm going to be watching subtitles. I can't do it. I can't. I will train abuse, and I did watch subtitles because that was really good. But if it's not that good, it's going to be a toss-up. Yeah. I'd rather almost read the subtitles than listen to a bad dub over. So, anywho. So there you have our review of the really, really excellent movie, Spider-Man. Take your whole family. It don't matter if you pay a full price. It's good. It's all good. The movie's great.
I was going to say, too, I love the fact that Spider-Woman has her natural hair, too.
Mm-hmm. See, they're like I said, they're getting there. Hollywood's getting there because we kept our voices heard. Yeah. You know, and there's nothing wrong with keeping your voices heard, and now here we are. You know, there are people, 50, 60 years ago who never thought they would ever see a Black Little Mermaid or, a culturally diverse cast. And they,
She could have been from the 70s. She could be now. She had that big fro.
Yeah.
And I know you noticed my hair. This is my hair.
Yeah, so you
the
kind of
other hair was like a wig. And I would say it's because last year I found out that I had breast cancer. You got to test yourself. Because I had a mammogram. Mammogram came out normal. But I saw the lady on the news and she was talking about she had dense breasts. Sorry, guys. And she ended up having stage 3 or 4 cancer. So she, I'm sitting there like, I have dense breasts and my mammogram came out normal.
And you were about to turn before you heard her say that. It's like it was a sign from God to just...
I was about to turn it off and go to sleep.
Yeah, and see?
That came on and I was like, let me see what she's talking about. So then I thought, let me just do a self-exam. And I felt something. I went to the doctor. They felt something. And it turned out to be cancerous. So I had that removed. I had chemo, radiation, everything. Hair fell out. So this is my hair.
Growing back. She's had a whole lot of new growth.
Yeah. So if you notice something different here and
different boobicles,
my hair is drastically changing. That's why.
But you're still all natural.
Yeah.
You still got some boobies. Because she had big old boobies before. We're adults here. Come on. We're not going to say sorry for saying breasts or boobies.
I got them reduced. They were like, hey, since we're taking out that lump,
you want to get them nice?
Reduced? I said, sure,
she's like,
let's reduce them.
I was like, Jules, really? She's like, yeah, they're pretty big. I want to come and let them go a little bit. Yeah. Help you back a little bit.
These are still a nice size. So.
Yes, and we're going to say boobs, we're going to say breasts, we're going to say boobies. Just get them checked as long as you do it. Like she said, if you're just sitting there sometimes, because a lot of people lie.
You got to check yourself too. Men can get breast cancer. It's rare, but you can. Yeah,
and men need to go also, just to touch note, your prostate and your colon. Don't be silly talking about you ain't doing that or something silly. It's preventative measures. Don't be that selfish person who ends up in a hospital bed for 6 months because you were stubborn and you didn't want to go to the doctor and get checked. Y'all have to take that more seriously. You have to.
Sucks.
Even all of us in checking ourselves and go to the doctor, get preventative. Don't be selfish. Don't be a jerk. Go get checked, okay? Get the boobs checked, get the prostate checked, get all that checked, get the colon checked, whatever you need to do. I'm saying it, and we're not gonna sit here and be like little silly kids. We say breasts and all that stuff. Yeah. Just get it done. That's all we want. We want everybody to be healthy. Your kids need you. Your grandkids need you. Come on. Just get it done. Get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done. Okay? So there. Now you have our little pep talk after we did our Spider-Man review, and we appreciate you watching. So we are on Facebook, YouTube,
yes,
Instagram,
yes we are,
Cash App. We are also on the FearCon network. So if you go to Connect to Your City, click on the FearCon tab, and you'll see our horror and thrillers popping up monthly. We usually do quite a few. You'll stick a few in here when we're doing some of our reviews. Also, if there's something you want to see, let us know. It doesn't matter what genre. It doesn't matter if it's old or new. Matter of fact, I've been thinking, did we ever do Clockwork Orange?
No.
I know I said I wanted to do it, but stuff like that, it doesn't matter. It could be kind of far out. That's a classic.
It's weird.
It's very weird. It could be something new. Just let us know. I know our friend Sean Burley gave us a movie, The Dark Backward, that I didn't even know that movie existed with Bill Paxton. I think that might be one of the top 5 most weirdest movies I've ever seen, was The Dark Backward. Thanks, Sean. But anyway, just let us know what you want to see. We'll shout you out on the show and do your movie for you, okay? Like and subscribe. All right? Thank you for tuning in and listening to our pep talk and our review of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.